And among the hundreds of thousands to attend Pope Francis's funeral were many world leaders. At least two of them used the occasion to sit down and talk. US President Donald Trump and Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelenskyy met in Rome ahead of the Pope's funeral. US officials describing the discussion as very productive without giving further details. It was the two leaders' first encounter since their tense meeting in the Oval Office, which you may remember. Well, let's talk about that with DW's Russia analyst Konstantin Eggert. Konstantin, maybe the Pope would have been honoured, but tell me, does that mean a potential peace deal between Ukraine and Russia was being negotiated on the sidelines of Francis's funeral?
Well, no, Ben, evidently part of the negotiations were conducted just basically before the funeral. And I think that this is an interesting moment because it seems like President Zelenskyy came with a proposal that kind of tones down certain Ukrainian demands, and that I think is something that Donald Trump also would have to respond to. So it seems like, yes, it was quite an interesting and maybe significant occasion.
How significant, though? Is there also some sort of meeting planned with Russian representatives?
Well, we know that Russia is represented by the Minister of Culture, Olga Lyubimova. That's the official sort of what we know from the official protocol announcements. And this is not a kind of Kremlin figure that would be entrusted to negotiate anything with Donald Trump, and even more so with Volodymyr Zelenskyy. I don't think that there's going to be any contact, or there was any contact. That would be sort of my guess.
OK, but one of the main sticking points is these negotiations are those regarding Ukraine's territory. Is Ukraine ready to concede territory for security guarantees?
No, I don't think so, man. It is impossible constitutionally for any head of state of Ukraine to concede territory, to give it away. But what it seems from what we know from the media reports and some leaks that it seems the Ukrainian side made to the media is that there are two things that Zelenskyy does. He toned down the demands for Ukraine to be admitted into NATO. And he also kind of made more, if you wish, watery, more oblique references to recapturing the territories. So it could be part of a conversation, but there are no demands. So it seems like Zelenskyy wants to make these sticking points kind of to put them in the background and try to focus on other things. And that is something that is, of course, going rather towards what the American administration was demanding and was formulating.
Yeah, what we've seen so far, it seems that Trump's idea of peace favors Russia. Is Putin ready to stop the war and sign the deal?
Well, what we do know is that Putin so far wasn't ready to do anything specific. And he only listed demands without saying what he's going to give in return. I think that maybe even these sort of concessions or these changes to the Ukrainian proposals that Zelenskyy made will not be enough for him. Essentially what he wants a pliant Ukraine headed by a puppet government. That is something that no peace deal is going to give him.
DW's Russia analyst Konstantin Eggert, thank you for the analysis.